Fresh starts feel excellent. I think they feel so good because the moment you embark on one, your mind floods with memories of pain and suffering you're about to leave behind forever, and fantasies of the joys and wonders that await you. A new job, a new city, a new hobby, a new haircut. All of these things mean a new me, a better me. New shoes, a new car. Sometimes something new just makes you feel confident and strong. Something new can make you say to yourself, oh, this is who I was supposed to be. Brazilian author Paulo Coelho said, if you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. End quote. A new hello, doesn't that sound divine? We crave fresh starts everywhere, not just at a personal level, but at a societal level. I think that's happening all around the world right now. People saying, I've had enough of this. Let's try some of that. Let's break things apart and use the pieces to build something that works. And sometimes it is for the best. Sometimes we do have to tear things down completely. Hannah Arendt, in reference to Nazism, said, quote, you cannot simply will this evil off the face of the earth with a few good ideas, let alone with the old ones that allowed it to flourish in the first place. You have to start anew. End quote. Many activists and commentators have this view. We cannot make progress until we burn the old regime to the ground, plant seeds in the smoldering soil, and allow a new set of rules to blossom in its place. Sometimes, though, I think we want to start again for the sake of starting again. Novelty is the subconscious goal. We'll worry about whether or not that new thing is a good thing later. Right now, it being new is good enough. The reason I started to take philosophy seriously was because when I quit investment banking to go to music school, I thought I'd be happy forever. I was sure investment banking was making me miserable and that music would fix things. And I was right for about 3 or 4 years. And then I found reasons aplenty as to why my life in the music industry wasn't good enough. So I started designing games, then making art, writing fiction, poetry, so on and so forth. And I realized no fresh start, no new passion would solve my problems. My problems were internal. They were nothing to do with what I was doing. My biggest problem was that I was human. And humans are chronically dissatisfied because dissatisfaction has evolutionary benefit. What does a dissatisfied monkey do? It says, I'm sick of all this disease, so I'm going to go find a better cave where I'm less exposed. I'm sick of getting eaten by lions. I'm going to go find a better tribe that will protect me. Dissatisfaction leads to innovation. Monkeys saying, I'm sick of being hungry all the time. I'm going to breed animals, farm crops. I'm going to cultivate, irrigate, generate, and germinate so that my little ape tummy never rumbles again. And before you know it, we have an entire civilization with space travel and nuclear fusion and quantum computing, all built off the back of dissatisfaction. Now that's great news for the species as a whole, but completely and utterly brutal for the individual like you and like me, because often we don't feel that good. Now complacency, that's a kind of satisfaction, but complacency is a dirty word. Who in their right mind wants to be called complacent? I would rather die than be a complacent person. I don't think that that's the right attitude, but I've given up trying to fight it. So what do we do with this biological, programmed mindset? Well, we have to try and find peace in whatever we're doing right now. To look for what's good about our situation in this moment. Maybe our dead-end job is stable, provides for our family. That feels good. If we try and get a new job, it may be less soul-crushing, but maybe it's more volatile. It may be something we're more passionate about, but it might be a greater burden on our time, so we never get to play sport or bake cakes or read books or whatever it is outside of our work lives that makes us happy. The new job likely won't be better in every single way, and even if it is, I promise you, we'll still find things that are wrong with it. We might just get bored of it. And the same goes for our relationships. Maybe our friends who are not perfect, who are sometimes bitter or cynical or cruel, maybe they're good enough anyway, and in fact worthy of love purely because they are already our friends. That may be the only attribute that matters. If we go on this endless quest to find better friends, we will also find in our new friends new flaws we haven't had to reckon with or conceive of. Now, none of this is to say we shouldn't try and better our situation. We should. It's noble to want to be healthier, to want to do more good, to want more meaning in our waking conscious hours. We should want more for ourselves. But I think on this quest for a better life, we should be honest about whether or not a knee-jerk reaction that thrusts ourselves into a new beginning is a way of avoiding dealing with the deeper issues of chronic dissatisfaction. And again, I want to be clear, sometimes this is the right move. Sometimes you're in a toxic relationship or workplace and you just need to rip the band-aid off and get out. But sometimes if you start again, like I have hundreds of times, it's worth thinking, did the other 99 times I said enough was enough really make me who I want to be? Or do I need to find a way to be okay with who I am and where I am right now, and then make my major life decisions? It's sort of a stoic position, right? The internal takes precedence over the external. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And I think that rings true, even if we're on our journey to improving our situation, even if we need a new fresh start now and then, if we start from a place of internal satisfaction, I think we'll far more enjoy the process of discovery. I'm Jonah Prima. This is The Overexamined Life. See you next time.